What's up? We're My Children, My Bride.
And you're watching Polycarp Media.
We just got out of the studio recording our third record on Solid State Records. I think it's going to be self-titled. It's just going to be labeled My Children, My Bride. So that comes out in April of next year. Other than that, we're going to be touring like crazy, like always. We're going to try to hit up as many other countries as we can next year. We're trying really hard for some of the huge summer tours. We've got a really cool tour at the beginning of the year with some friends of ours that we can't announce yet, but I'm sure to be announced really soon, so be checking around for that. The new record,
Heavy.
yeah, well, going into writing this new record, we have some new members that haven't been on any of the other albums. So we knew that that it was definitely going to be a different style of music and a different people implementing different things into the new record. But we listened to what our fans wanted. Like, they missed what we did with Unbreakable. They wanted different stuff, and we definitely took that in mind. Like, we did some throwbacks on the album. There's the first track on the new record is actually On Wings of Integrity Part 2. So that song's really cool. Other than that, like I was saying earlier, we wanted to implement everyone's uniqueness. There might be some things that you've never heard us do before, and there might be some crazy stuff that you never thought this band would do. But please be open to it. We love it, and we've kind of gone not complete 180 on our sound or anything, but we just try to implement different styles and different things into our sound to make it more unique and more
Relevant.
Yeah, more relevant in the times and everything. So we're really happy with it. It's definitely the heaviest album we've ever put out to date. I think it's the catchiest. Like, everything gets stuck in my head every time I listen to it. What else?
I think the record really shows our endurance of staying contemporary in this genre. Because if we keep putting out the same sound record, you know, it might have worked the first time, but the times are always changing in every situation, not just music. In particular, this scene and this genre, things are changing, new bands are always coming out. So I think you can hear our attempt and success of staying contemporary. And I think it came out pretty well. It's different, but like I said, be open to it.
I mean, it's definitely like this. We have the softest song we've ever written as a band. We have the heaviest song we've ever written. So I mean, we expanded our I guess fan base. Like, a lot of new people will be into the new music. So that's what we want. And I think we're happy with how it turned out. It's like, it's not that different from any other band. There's a lot of temptations on the road and everything. There's a lot of negative aspects on the road that you have to face every day. Just like anybody with their job or whatever career you choose, there's always going to be those negative people, those negative aspects of your life that try to pull you down. But being in this scene, there's actually a really big following of Christian bands and fans and everything else that it makes it easy to find people that share the same faith as you do, or tour with bands that kind of share the same belief system as you do.
I admit that it's hard to stay on track with faith because there's so much of there's things going on.
Yeah.
And sometimes, you know, I'll be sitting after all day, or even after a few days go by, I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot. I haven't even thought about praying at all. I've been so busy, and it sucks. But I think you have to understand that it's okay to stumble sometimes, because you at least have to try, and He'll forgive you if you ask for forgiveness. And it doesn't matter if you forget for a day or a month, but as long as you keep going back and not forgetting, then you'll always be okay.
It's true. You get so busy and overwhelmed with shows, with driving all night, and trying to fit sleep into your schedule, and then loading in and sound check and everything else, with meeting with fans and everything. there's not a time for like church, and there's not time to figure out where we're going to be on a Sunday to see if there's even a church near the venue or whatever. So you kind of just have to uplift each other and like in your own personal time try to read or try to write or like he was saying, like pray or whatever. But so that's definitely a tough aspect of it. But that's just part of what we chose to do with our lives, I guess.
I got a call to go out for my first tour when I was 17 years old.
Gosh, that's crazy.
Yeah, Grower called me. I was first semester of college.
That's awesome.
I left college for this.
I guess I was 17 or 18 when the band first started, so I've just been doing it a lot longer than Joe has, but not too much longer, I guess. I'm 25 now. You're 22. So, like, I don't know. It's definitely has its ups and downs. Like I've experienced so much, and I've been so many places and seen so many places and seen so many things and done so many things. But like you have to give up so much, like a normal home life with your family. You have to give up like a normal relationship. Like that doesn't happen anymore. Like it's almost always long distance.
Everything is long distance.
Yeah. I mean, even if you're home, I mean, everything is still, you're still away from everything. And I don't know, like we were saying earlier, like as far as like our faith and giving that like up to 100%, like you're always away from church, you're always away from everything else. So it's definitely a downfall.
It's weird because I became an adult through this band, and I learned everything on the road. And I've seen things that a lot of people don't get to experience. I've been places, I've been all over the world, and a lot of people don't get to leave their town or their state. And it's interesting because most of the people that I grew up with, I'm not in contact with them anymore because most of my friends are now all over the country. We can essentially go to any town and call someone up and hang out. And in a way that's a blessing because we have so many friends, but also it's a curse because we can never have that intimate relationship with any kind of friendship. It's all through the phone or through the internet. Having a relationship with a girl, I dated this girl from across the country, and it unfortunately didn't work out. So that's the kind of stuff we have to deal with every day. Never seeing your loved ones, then you have to grow from that. It's a learning experience because it teaches you so many different things that a lot of people don't get to, such as patience and determination and finding faith and truth in people.
Yeah.
So living in the band is definitely completely different than anything else in the world. It seems like other people travel for a living, but they're always going to have a home to go to the next week or something. I haven't been home since I think August, and today is November 20th, and I don't think I'll be able to go home until December 11th or 12th. So that's a good 5-6 months away. So that's the kind of stuff we live with, but we do it because it's fun.
It's like